Hey guys, MultiClassicGamer here. Welcome back to more Let's Play Barnyard Wii for the 10-year anniversary revisit. Yes. Alright, so today we're going to head up Ben's Hill because Ben wants to see us up there, as you can tell by the exclamation point up there that I'm pointing to. But before we go, take a look at this nice view of the barnyard. We got well, actually kind of an interesting view. Got a different model for the, that's the pig barn right there. That's the main barn, as you can tell, and the tractor shed. So yeah, it looks kind of interesting. They basically kind of give it a low polygon count so that we can see it from a distance. But anyways, yeah, let's actually go up and see Ben. So Ben actually wants to he's actually got a minigame for us to play. You can probably tell what it is because it's Ben, but anyways, let's talk to him and find out.
Hello again.
Thanks for joining me up here. It's a beautiful view, isn't it? Yes, a low polygon view, but it's still a beautiful view nonetheless. It's my favorite spot on the farm. Anyway, I thought you could use a little more Sharp Squirter practice. Yeah, of course, you probably saw this coming. I prepared a few targets up here on the hill. Are you good to go? Sure. Yeah, Sharp Squirter it's a nice easy minigame. It's kind of fun. And actually, this is like, I don't know if I mentioned this in the original time we played Sharp Squirter on the actual farm, but I actually think that Sharp Squirter actually benefits from the motion controls in this game. This is like the one minigame we played so far that actually benefits from the motion controls of the Wii. I mean, it's so cool to just point the Wii remote at the targets and shoot them. It's a lot more satisfying than just running around pressing the L button on the GameCube. So props to them for actually, you know, finding actual good use for the motion controls in the game. You know, like in this one spot here. And just like that, I've already cleared level 1. And I love that victory animation that Aaron does. I wish we could see from the front, but oh well. Well, I'll see if I can do it. I'll see if I can have her face the camera when we get the last can on this go. But yeah, once again, just a nice, easy breeze through Sharp Squirter on Ben's Hill. A lot of times, some of the targets will be put on the trail leading down the hill, so you need to be aware of that. Let's get some of these. Okay, so let's see if we can. Wait, no, we can't because of the way the. Yeah. So she'll only like face where you're pointing. So there's no way to get the character facing, you know, the camera in this version, which is too bad. But I'd have to play the GameCube version to actually see it from the front. That's too bad. But oh well. I still think overall they implemented the motion controls very well for this minigame, so I've already mentioned it. I've already gone on about it over and over again, so you guys don't need to know. Okay, there's the last one right there, and there we go. Minigame's already over. Let's see how well we did this time. Alright. 581, that's pretty cool. Let's see if is that better than Ben? Of course it is. That's even better than Otis. Wow. I always thought Ben would be the best at Sharp Squirter. He doesn't even have a star. He has an A. Ben only has an A at Sharp Squirter. That's kind of sad, actually.
Well done.
You're a fine young cow. Hey, 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 hey. I thought it was bad enough that you were trying to hook me up with your son. But, I wish my son Otis was more like you. Otis is okay, Ben. We'll see.
Remember, stay inside the perimeter of the fence at all times.
Okay, well, there's no way for me to leave the perimeter of the fence anyways. We basically fall through the game's map if we did that, because there's no, you know, outside the fence, there's no, hit detection. And for that we get 75 gopher bucks. Nice. So yeah, there is no actual way to grind. There's no efficient way to grind gopher bucks until later on in Chapter 3. So until then, I'm only gonna be getting gopher bucks mainly from the missions, and even then, it's not gonna be enough to actually purchase. You know, to actually purchase a lot of stuff for the night barn. And same goes for like the bikes too. I mean, again, if I have 1,000 gopher bucks, I'm gonna prioritize stuff for the night barn, not so much getting having a new bike. So, anyways, we don't actually have another mission until later tonight, because, does it even show up on the cell phone yet? I don't know if it does or not. I'm pretty sure it will, though, because it's a night mission, so they usually let you know it. Yep. So, Joey wants to see us on the Gopher Hill tonight. The Gophers will only have nighttime missions. They never have any missions for you during the day, so you always gotta wait until nighttime to speak with them. In the meantime, we don't really have anything else to do until nighttime, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go to sleep for the rest of the day, kind of like I did in actual real life today, because I had a few drinks after I got home from work, and I was already very sleep deprived too. I got off work at 11 o'clock last night, and they had me come in at 7 in the morning. And keep in mind, I'm used to being up until 4 in the morning. There was no way in hell I was gonna go to sleep before, you know, at least 2 or 3. I could not get myself to sleep before then, because my body's just so used to being awake so late at night, so it was just not going to happen. So I ended up going to work with only like 4 hours of sleep. And then I come home at 4 in the afternoon, I have a few drinks, and I'm just out of it. Like I was just out for 4 hours, so Aaron, he was able to just go to sleep on a whim right here, you know. Meanwhile, I have to take a few drinks in order to actually, you know, go to sleep. And of course, you kids might not know this, you kids who are watching, but alcohol-induced sleep, it's not quality sleep. I can definitely tell you that. But I just happen to know that a lot of people who watch my videos are kids, so obviously you're not going to understand what I'm talking about, because I'm hoping that most of you aren't drinking underage. But anyways, here we go. What's up, Joey? That's just rude being on the phone when you see me coming talking to you. I get the feeling you want something. Well, yeah, but trust me, you'll like it. Listen, as you know, we don't just sell goods, we also buy them. Yes, I'm aware of that, your point being. Every now and then, Frankie messes up and we run short of a particular item in the store. If that happens, I'll send you a text message in the morning saying what we need and how many we need. If you can bring the goods and sell them to us at night, we'll pay you double the usual rate. If you're too busy, that's cool, but you'll be missing out on a good deal. Okay, text me and I'll see what I can do.
Pleasure doing business, witches.
So from here on out, every now and then, in addition to the text messages you get for missions, you will also sometimes, on the beginning of a day, get a text message from the Gophers with a random item requested to sell to them that same night. And they will pay double for that particular item. That's basically all there is. It's just letting you know that this is gonna be a thing from here on out. So there's nothing else for us to do. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to sleep, because yeah, you get the idea at this point. Sorry, I was trying to imitate the beat of the night barn, because you can actually, even like sometimes during the morning, you can still hear it. Okay, we need to...
It reminds me of the old days.
Yeah, it reminds me of the old days. The way I get off my bike in front of you... No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know where I was going with that. Okay, so anyways, we have 3 missions available to us now today. Yeah, 3. We have Hanna over at the chicken coop. We got Maddie right here, which is very rare. We actually only talked to Maddie like I think three times in the entire game. And there's also Otis out in Dankweed Pond. So we're going to do the missions once again in usual order. And also, for the first time, as the Gophers mentioned, we have a first text message. And tonight, it is cherries. Which is actually kind of interesting, because we don't have access to cherries yet. You can only get cherries at the Beatty Farm, and we don't have access to Beatty Farm until next chapter. So that's very interesting, having a mission that we can't do right now. But whatever, at any rate, we're going to start with Hanna over here. And I'm actually really glad we're doing this, because Hanna has something very special for us.
Hello, honey.
Speaking of which, I would love some of that sweet, sweet honey. We're not ready for that, Hanna. Where can you get honey around here? That's a strange question to ask, Aaron. Well, I guess we're about to find out. There are beehives in Walnut Woods. The gate is at the top of Dandelion Meadow. To collect honey, press A to reach into a beehive. Use the control stick to scoop out the honey. Look out for bees. If you see them coming, run or find a hiding spot. Here's the key to Walnut Woods gate. Awesome! So, can you get some honey for me? I'll give it a go. So we got our second key of the game. It's to Walnut Woods, and this is actually one of my favorite mini games. in the entire game. It's kind of a non-mini game. Actually, you don't really get graded for doing this. You just get this is your way of getting honey in the game. And to me, it's the best. It's by far the best way to get an item in the entire game overall. Miles, don't say anything. Thank you. So anyways, we're gonna make our way over to Walnut Woods now. So I really love this mini game that we're going to play, collecting honey. As you guys know from my original 2011 Let's Play, it's one of my favorite things to do in the game. And I'm really glad to see, from what I could tell in Hanna's dialogue, that they did not mess up the controls for it. Because I can think of several ways they could have messed up with the motion controls on this one. And one of them would be spinning the Wii remote around. But no, thankfully, this one is saved. This one's safe from motion controls. And it's still going to be a lot of fun. So that I can very much be thankful for. So let's do this. Let's collect some honey, shall we? Man, water tastes so good, like when you're so dehydrated. Again, another thing alcohol does to you people, it dehydrates you. Okay, so oh, this is interesting. We can actually control the. Wait, were we able to? Well, I guess we could already, but well, actually no. Yeah, it's different here. It's, or is it? Maybe not. Okay, I don't know. It's kind of different. I swear it's different in this minigame with, like, the whole sidestepping. Like, we're not sidestepping for some reason with the glasses on. Okay, whatever. Let's just start collecting money, shall we? So, basically, the way it works is you walk up to a beehive, you press A, and then your character will reach their hoof into the beehive, and you rotate the control stick to scoop honey out. Each time you do this, you will fill up 1/5 of your jar. So you do this 5 times, and then you will have a full jar of honey, and the beehive that you're using will demolish itself, which is really sad. Just destroying the environment right here. 1 beehive at a time. Now each time you finish scooping out a handful of honey, or hoofful in this case, the bees will get angry, and they will start to move faster. They won't go directly after you, because as you can see on the radar, on the map, or radar, I guess kind of is, they actually have a line of sight that's only directly in the direction they're headed. So basically, even though it's a swarm of bees and they're clearly moving in all different directions, they can still only see in the direction they're heading. They can't see behind them for whatever reason. So unless you actually get close enough to touch them, they aren't going to know that you're behind them, even if they're angry. However, if they spot you, then they will actually home in on you. And basically, if they do catch up to you, then they'll start attacking you, and that's what your lives counter there is for. If you get stung 5 times, then you have to exit the minigame. And I'm pretty sure if that happens, you lose your honey. Now, we have a full jar of honey, but this is not where it ends. No, we're not quite done here. In Walnut Woods, there are 3 beehives. Let's go ahead and calm them down. Oh yeah, so when the bees get angry from you, like, and they're just like the medium angry, they're not homing in on you or anything, they're just angry because you've been collecting honey. All you have to do is jump in a hide spot, and then they'll stop being angry. They'll go back to normal. But anyways, as I was saying, there are 3 beehives here in Walnut Woods, and so basically you can get up to 3 jars of honey in one trip through Walnut Woods. Now, the beehives will stay demolished until the very next day. So you can only collect 3 jars of honey a day, basically. However, this is where things get interesting. On the 3rd beehive, if you... I don't know like what determines like whether it appears or not, but on the very last scoop, on the 3rd beehive, sometimes you will have a chance to get something called royal jelly. Royal jelly is the rarest food item in the entire game. You cannot collect it by any other means. You can't buy it at the Gopher Underground shop. You cannot collect it. You can't find it laying around anywhere. You can only get it in Walnut Woods on the last scoop on the last beehive. And sometimes it won't appear though, so I don't know what determines whether or not it appears. But on this, yeah, this third beehive right here is the hardest one because you have you have actually 2 swarms of bees to watch out for. But we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get 2 rounds anyways on this go here. I think we can, yeah, we should be good. So yeah, we can get 2 scoops at a time with that beehive there, even so with the 2 swarms after us. So the only reason you have your sunglasses on in this minigame is just to protect yourself from the bees. Basically what will happen is if you squirt the bees, it'll cause them to scatter for bits, and then they'll come back together as a swarm, and then they'll come after you. So it just gives you a few seconds to get away from them. We're going to go ahead and... I hate playing it safe all the time, but pretty much that's what you got to do. Now, the thing is, this other side right here of Walnut Woods, normally this would come out to the east path, but we don't have access to the east path. We won't until the next chapter. But that's basically, it loops back to the east path from here. But since you don't have access to the east path, if you go out that entrance, you'll just go back out to Dandelion Meadow. I've still got one more scoop we can get from this. Oh, okay, so it's always in this beehive. What the heck? That's interesting, okay. So we got royal jelly, but there's still one other beehive left. Can we get more royal jelly? Maybe it's just only from that beehive right there. Okay. So you learn something new every day. I learned something new about this game from this Let's Play. But just for the heck of it, I'll go and collect a 3rd jar. But I'll do this off screen for you guys so you don't have to sit. Oh god! Ah! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh no! Ah! Okay, I guess that actually was pretty effective. Apparently, shaking the Wii remote's a lot more effective than just tapping the A button on the GameCube controller. Okay, so this is another example of motion controls actually improving the minigame. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Up until this point, I've been kind of disappointed with the motion control implementation, but they actually did quite well in both this minigame and Sharp Squirter. So, yeah, very interesting. Okay, again, doing this off screen. See you guys after I leave Walnut Woods and return back to Hanna. Alright, Hanna, I got you honey. I got stung just for you. I took a bee stinger just for you. Just for you. Here you go. But you're not getting my royal jelly. Now, is she gonna say it?
You know what a girl wants.
I would sure hope so, you know, being a girl myself, you know? I mean... But you know what's funny about that line, though, is that normally they don't tell you what they want. So, if they tell me what I want, then yeah, I know what a girl wants. So... I don't know, just a very interesting line there, especially when, you know, again, talking to another girl. Alright, you can go back to Walnut Woods anytime to get more honey for yourself.
I'll see you around.
I will be doing that because, again, Walnut Woods is one of my favorite... Collecting honey in Walnut Woods is one of my favorite things to do in this game, especially after, you know, after the game is over. I still do it just for fun because I don't know why, but I find it really fun, and I love the atmosphere of Walnut Woods. It's just so... It's kind of eerie, but also at the same time, like, kind of beautiful, too, at the same time. I don't know. It's one of those areas in a video game that I love just because there's no music and it's just the atmosphere of, you know, the inside of a woods or a forest or whatever, and there's nothing you can hear but the ambience. I don't know. Either way, that's going to be for today's episode, y'all. Next time on Barnyard, we're going to play a little game of hide-and-seek with Maddie. And then we're going to go out to Dankweed Pond, see Otis, and see what he needs, and go from there. So, see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. And also, hope you guys had a lovely Labor Day, because I had a pretty mad Labor Day, having to work it, and it was very busy at work.
Has anybody seen Otis?
Well, he's out in Dankweed Pond if you want to see him, Ben. Just saying. Alright, bye. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this episode of Barnyard. I'd like to give a shout out to currently my only patron, Jose Cazares. If you'd like to have your channel featured here or see episodes ahead of time, follow the Patreon link below for more details. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified of new episodes. Tune in tomorrow for another video.